Daylight saving time. That magical time of year when we all become amateur time travelers, springing forward and falling back like a bunch of confused squirrels. Twice a year, we grapple with the age-old question, do I change the microwave clock, or just live in blissful ignorance? But beyond the clock-changing chaos lies a much bigger debate. Should we stick with this time-shifting madness, or just pick a time zone and chill? Some folks are totally over the whole DST thing, arguing it messes with our sleep, our moods, and even our driving. On the other side, we've got the sunshine enthusiasts, those who crave those long summer evenings and wouldn't mind another hour of daylight, even if it means messing with the space-time continuum. It's a classic American showdown, Team Sleep versus Team Sunshine. Who will win? Stay tuned, folks, because the future of time itself hangs in the balance. Let's talk about the folks who think daylight saving time should be here to stay. Leading the charge is none other than Senator Marco Rubio. He's like the captain of Team Sunshine, rallying his fellow senators to make DST permanent across the land. Rubio's argument? More daylight, baby. He says it'll give us more time for outdoor fun, boost the economy, and maybe even save some energy. Plus, think of all the clock-changing confusion we'll avoid. No more wondering if we're an hour early or late to brunch. Of course, not everyone's on board with Rubio's sunshine vision. Some folks think messing with time is never a good idea, no matter how much extra daylight it promises. But hey, at least Rubio's got people talking. And in a divided America, maybe that's a win in itself. Here's the thing about America. We love to disagree. And when it comes to daylight saving time, it's no different. While Congress bickers in Washington, some states are taking matters into their own hands, ready to ditch the time change tango and embrace a permanent time zone. States like California, Florida, and Washington have already passed laws or resolutions to make DST permanent. They're basically saying, hey Congress, if you can't decide, we'll take it from here. It's like a time zone rebellion brewing in the states, but there's a catch. Even if a state passes a law, they still need the big guys in Congress to give them the official thumbs up. So for now, it's a waiting game. Will the federal government cave to the pressure, or will this time zone tug-of-war continue? Section 4. The outliers. Arizona and Hawaii do time their way. You know what they say? If you want something done right, sometimes you gotta go it alone. And when it comes to daylight saving time, Arizona and Hawaii are the ultimate lone wolves. These two states decided long ago that changing clocks twice a year was for the birds. Arizona basks in the glory of permanent standard time, enjoying those early sunrises year-round. Hawaii, on the other hand, is already a tropical paradise, so they figure why mess with perfection. They stick to standard time too, keeping those island vibes chill and consistent. So why haven't more states followed their lead? Well, some argue that permanent DST makes more sense, giving us those long summer evenings. Others worry about the impact on our sleep, our health, and our sanity. It's a classic case of to each their own time zone, I guess. Section 5. The body clock backlash, health and safety, in the balance. Okay, let's get real for a second. This whole daylight saving time debate isn't just about sunshine and sunsets. It's about our bodies, our health, and our ability to function without wanting to hurl our alarm clocks across the room. Experts say that all this time shifting can mess with our internal clocks, also known as our circadian rhythms. These rhythms control everything from our sleep cycles to our moods, and when they get thrown off, it's like a party in our bodies and everyone's invited except for common sense. We're talking sleep deprivation, mood swings, and even an increased risk of accidents. Some studies even suggest that heart attack rates go up after we spring forward. So yeah, this isn't just about whether we want an extra hour of daylight, it's about whether we want to prioritize our health and well-being. Section 6. History repeats itself. Lessons from time-traveling America. You know what they say, those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. And when it comes to daylight saving time, America has a history that's, well, let's just say it's complicated. Back in World War I, we tried making DST a year-round thing to save energy. Sounds good in theory, right? But then winter came along, and people realized that waking up in the pitch black wasn't exactly a recipe for national unity, so we went back to the drawing board. Fast forward a few decades, and we tried it again during the energy crisis of the 1970s. Same story, different decade. People hated the dark winter mornings, and we eventually went back to our old time-shifting ways. So, what's the lesson here? Messing with time is tricky business, and sometimes the best solution is just to pick a time zone and stick with it.